Hey guys, welcome back to my playthrough of Super Mario RPG. When we last left off, we beat up a crocodile, stole his lunch money, and now apparently we're being ambushed by these spiky guys. But that's fine, they're not too tough to beat. While we were away from the Mushroom Kingdom, got some bad news guys, but the kingdom was taken over by some weird guys on pogo sticks. This is what happens when Mario's away for like 5 minutes. Let's go check it out. Not only did they take over the town, but they made the color palette a bit darker. Alright. As you can see, these guys have taken over the town, so let's rescue a few of these toads. At least the ones that give us stuff. Man, this guard toad is 0 for 2 on doing his job. Keep on boosting that jump power. Like I said, Malo doesn't do much in the physical department, but that's alright. That's what we have Mario for. He comes in handy during big group fights and bosses when he can use some powerful spells, but for now, he's only okay. Nice, 10 coins. This poor toad right here, he's the one that had his wallet stolen by Croco, and now he's being attacked by weird guys on pogo sticks. It is just not his day today, is it? Here's the thing with the wallet guy. You have the option of giving his wallet back, or you can keep it, you can sell it, whatever you want to do. As far as completionist goes, that's kind of up to you what you want to do with it. I can tell you, you can sell his wallet, and you get 123 coins, but if you return it to him, you get a flower tab, which you can sell for 100 coins, so it's pretty close. Plus, you get another prize later. So I'd rather just give it back to him. You get more bang for your buck that way, and you get to feel good about yourself. Like I said, you check back with him later on in the game, and he has something else for you too. Poor shopkeeper is scared to death, but for some reason decided not to lock his door and close up the shop. I guess we're on the honor system here. But I guess we'll be good Samaritans. Let's get some more honey syrups. Now we can afford the jump shoes, which is nice. There are some enemies that are immune to Mario's jump, but wearing the jump shoes makes them so they're no longer immune to Mario's jump, which is pretty handy. Plus, it boosts his magic attack by a bit, which translates to more jump power. We don't need that antidote pin right now because nothing's using poison, and we're broke anyway. Hey buddy, you okay? How can I shop at a time like this? I need items, my friend. You want me to save you or not? Now you may have noticed that I've been hoarding my flower tabs and jars like a dragon. That's because there are more... Okay, your flower points max out at 99, but there are more than enough flowers in the game to get you to 99. So for some of these, I'm holding on to them in case I want to sell them for some quick cash. Some of the stuff that we're doing for 100% requires a lot of money. So it'll be handy to have that. Now there's this guy who just keeps running into this house for some reason. But if you go in the house, you can see the ramming in real time. How's that for immersion? You can beat this guy if you want to stop the ramming, but there's no prize for doing it. I would, however, like to get to level 5, or not level 5, level 4, before we fight the boss. So I am going to save a few more of these people. Keep in mind that you can head into the castle and fight the boss at any time. Rescuing all of these toads is purely optional. This house is important, though. There are a few Shysters in here. We want to fight them, because we get a flower tab for saving this family. This poor family, just trying to enjoy a nice meal when you have pogo stick guys hopping up and down in your kitchen. We're running out of flower points, but we'll get a refill soon enough. This dad here winning Father of the Year because he forgot about his other kid. I mean, I've recently become a father of 2 myself, and I like to think that I wouldn't forget my second-born if weird guys invaded my house. But this kid's more focused on his ability to jump. Although Mario is still king. You can jump higher than anybody. Sometimes the Shysters just do nothing on their turn, which is always handy. Alright, here we go. Getting a level 4. HP is the big bonus this time, and Malo certainly needs it. There we go. Another flower tab for our trouble. This kid needs to lay off the caffeine and sugar. First stop here in the castle. Let's head to the vault. Whoever's in charge of the vault was kind enough to refill the treasures we just got. And this guy, this poor toad here, who's gotta be getting dizzy by now. There's no prize for saving him. So, unfortunately, we're gonna leave him alone. But this guy gives us a free wake-up pin. It's a decent accessory for Malo, because it boosts his defense by a little bit. Alright, this toad, which is the toad, we do want to save. There's another prize available for us pretty soon. Just keep jumping, Mario. You're doing great. In this room, you only need to defeat this one by the stairs. The other one, well, we can just ignore him if you want. Toad tells us that all the other toads are hanging out in the princess's bedroom. So let's go say hi to everybody. Nice sidle there. Toad gets trapped for the 3rd time. These guys think they can out-jump me, which is pretty sad. These Shysters have that magic attack, that little fireball called Drain. But you can't defend against magic attacks in this game. It's another one of those things that's changed in the remake, but for now, not much you can do about it, but just take it. Alright, finally got our level up, with good timing too, because we're about to fight the boss pretty soon. And here we are. Now, they ask you, are you going to help them? Are you going to take care of business? Save the Chancellor? All of that. You want to answer yes, that they're safe. Because apparently Mario's the only one who does anything around here. But answering that affirmatively, Toad gives you another flower tab. And Gram, she heals you. But she won't let us use the princess's bed. Bummer. Now, if you've ever wondered, like me, is this lady supposed to actually be Toadstool's grandmother? Because obviously Toadstool is a human, and this lady has a mushroom on her head. The Japanese term that's used here is something more like maid. So basically, this lady is the princess's chambermaid and bestie. I mean, come on, like I said, it makes sense that she's not her literal grandma. Although adoption is a thing, so who am I to judge? Alright, onward to the boss. Now that we've gotten all the prizes we can from saving people. These guys are just kind of vibing here in the castle. But I guess they also are terrorizing the kingdom and forcing people into hiding. Which, as the kids say, is not very cash money of them. That individual you see in the top right corner of your screen is the boss of these pogo stick guys. He's a giant pogo stick knife thing called Mac. Mac the knife. Now again, the whole point of this playthrough is for me to tell you things you may have not known already. So Mac the Knife is a reference to a pretty old song. It was written in the 20s, the 1920s, in Germany. And it became a popular song for artists to cover in the 50s and 60s. I guess the translator must have been a fan. Some people have wondered what his name is supposed to be in the original Japanese. It's kind of confusing to explain, but it's something that translates to Blade, basically. So neither Mac nor the remake's name, Clay Morton, is a real, literal translation. So you translation purists out there, you're just going to have to follow your hearts on this one. But onto the battle itself. Mac can be another tough boss if you're underleveled. He hits fairly hard, and his bodyguards that you see there can whittle down your HP. When possible, keep up the pressure with Thunderbolt and Jump. Thunderbolt, similar to Croco with Fire, will stun Mac the first time it's used, which is nice. So you can either come out swinging the first turn, like I just did, or you can try to use Thunderbolt at a different point in the battle if you want to give yourself a turn to kind of catch up on healing or something. Now, like I said, Mac is weak against Thunder, and Mallow doesn't have much to speak about in terms of physical attack, so try to use Thunderbolt whenever you can. Mallow's not going to be doing much damage otherwise. This is another one of those bosses where 1 or 2 levels can really make the difference for you. And equipment plays a big role in it too. If we didn't buy Mario and Mallow that shirt and pants from earlier on, we might have been in trouble here. But thankfully, we come prepared. If you don't beat Mac fast enough, he will eventually summon his bodyguards back. And he has this fun ability where he can, as long as he has bodyguards that are still on screen, he can jump off the screen temporarily and become untargetable until you defeat the bodyguards. Well, yeah, let's use Hammer so Mallow can use Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, it takes 2 Thunderbolts to kill his bodyguards at this level. If we had gotten 1 more level, that would be a 1-hit kill, but that's alright. Just like 1 level can be the difference between an easy or hard boss fight, an extra level from here would probably make this fight too easy. But if you defeat his bodyguards, then Mac will have to come back down. And there you go. There's Mac defeated. And there it is, the titular star piece. Throughout the game, we're supposed to be collecting 7 of them. So we got our first one 3 videos in. That's not too bad. And if you think telling you that there are 7 of these is a spoiler, just watch. There are 7 platforms here. Anyway, these 2 guys are not happy that you just killed their boss. So apparently they're going to go tell their boss's boss about this Mario guy who beats up innocent pogo stick using kids. Go frighten the Chancellor by sneaking up on him. Better late than never, Toad. Show up after I've already beaten everybody. So the Chancellor starts to put 2 and 2 together that, hey, wait a minute. The princess is missing because of this weird sword that fell into the castle. And now there's this sword, or this little knife, that took over our castle, and this thing with the star piece. Wait a minute, do you think these 2 things are related? Mallow forgets why he came to Mushroom Kingdom, but the good news is that we remember. He was supposed to trade his coin for some pie. And that is something you want to make sure you do, because there comes a point, not very long from now, where if you don't trade in Mallow's coin to get the pie, you won't be able to advance the plot. So we'll just take care of that now while we're thinking about it. There's never a bad time for pie. How are we doing on items? We've got... well, we've got a lot, actually. We probably don't need anything right now. We can maybe buy this antidote pin, just to have it. But for now, that's probably good enough. Now that we've saved the kingdom, let's go save before moving on to our next location. You get that handy little 1 star next to your save file to let you know how far you've come in the game. But that'll do it for this one, kids. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.